Sunshine Coast tragedy. Man found dead with multiple stab wounds in Warana home. Warana, QLD, July 15, 2025. A quiet neighborhood on the Sunshine Coast has been shaken to its core after the body of a 57-year-old man was discovered with multiple stab wounds inside a Warana home on Monday evening. Queensland police have declared the residence on Napple Street a crime scene as investigations into the shocking incident unfold. The gruesome discovery was made shortly after 7:30 p.m. by a neighbor who became concerned after not seeing the man for several days. When they entered the premises to check on his well-being, they found the man lying unresponsive in the living room, covered in blood, with apparent stab wounds to the chest and upper body. Emergency services were immediately contacted, and paramedics rushed to the scene, but the man was pronounced dead upon arrival. Police swiftly cordoned off the area and began forensic examinations of the residence late into the night. A quiet street turns into a crime scene. Warana, a coastal suburb known for its beaches and tranquil lifestyle, has rarely been the focus of major criminal activity. But last night, the street was lit up with flashing red and blue lights as detectives and forensic teams arrived, treating the home as the epicenter of what they are now calling a suspicious death. Initial investigations suggest the injuries sustained by the deceased are consistent with foul play, said Detective Inspector Jason Thomas at a press conference this morning. We are treating this as a homicide and seeking assistance from the public who may have seen or heard anything unusual in the area in the last 24 to 48 hours. Police have not yet released the man's identity, pending notification of next of kin, but confirmed he was a longtime resident of the home and lived alone. Authorities are working to piece together his last known movements and any interactions he may have had leading up to his death. Neighbors speak of shock and sadness. The tragedy has left neighbors in disbelief, many describing the man as a quiet but friendly person who often kept to himself. One resident, Peter Langdon, who lives 2 doors down, told reporters, "He was always polite. We'd wave when he was out collecting the mail. I can't believe something like this has happened here." Another neighbor said they heard shouting the night before the body was found but thought it was just a domestic argument from another house. It wasn't something that sounded out of the ordinary at first, but now thinking back, I wish I had said something, they said. Residents have expressed concerns about safety and are calling for increased police presence in the area as investigations continue. Forensic investigations underway. Overnight, detectives and forensic officers worked methodically through the home, collecting evidence including fingerprints, blood samples, and potential weapons. Early reports indicate there were no signs of forced entry, which has raised questions about whether the victim may have known his attacker. A post-mortem examination will be conducted to determine the exact cause and time of death. Investigators are also reviewing CCTV footage from nearby homes and businesses in the area, hoping to identify any suspicious activity or individuals seen near the residence around the time of the suspected murder. Police confirmed that no arrests have been made as of Tuesday morning, but multiple leads are being pursued. Detective Inspector Thomas encouraged anyone with information, no matter how insignificant it may seem, to come forward. Even a small piece of information could be critical in solving this case, he emphasized. Community response and support. In the aftermath of the tragedy, local community groups and council members have begun offering support to residents affected by the shock and grief. Warana's local councillor, Emily Harper, said in a statement, "Our hearts go out to the victim's family and friends. This is a heartbreaking event, and we urge everyone to look after each other during this time." A small makeshift memorial has begun to form near the front of the victim's house, where neighbors have left flowers and handwritten notes. Police have placed a 24-hour guard at the site to preserve the crime scene, while investigators work around the clock. Mental health professionals and victim support services are also being made available for neighbors who are struggling to cope with the incident. Patterns and concerns. While violent crime is uncommon in Warana, the incident has renewed conversations about community safety and the visibility of mental health and domestic violence issues in seemingly quiet suburbs. Some experts have pointed out that many violent crimes involving stabbings tend to occur between people who know each other, although no official motive or suspect has yet been announced in this case. Dr. Alison Kent, a criminologist at the University of Queensland, explained, "In many cases like this, the perpetrator is someone the victim knew or trusted. It's too early to say whether this applies here, but the nature of the crime, multiple stab wounds in a home, often suggests a personal connection or emotional trigger." Police appeal to public. Police are asking anyone who was in the Naples Street area between Sunday afternoon and Monday night to check any dashcam, security footage, or doorbell cameras for suspicious persons or activity. Crime Stoppers has opened a dedicated tip line, and anonymous tips are welcome. Anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers at 1800 333 3000 or submit an online report at www.crimestoppersqld.com.au. Final thoughts. As the investigation deepens, the Warana community remains on edge, united by grief but determined to seek justice for the victim. For now, the quiet street where the man lived stands as a somber reminder of the violence that shattered its peace, and the questions that still need answers.